You know, there are not too many college coaches or college football players who can tell you that they've won 15 straight games. So let's give our program a round of applause, please. They also won 11 straight at home. But let's get back down to business. The Aggies are coming off a 16-13 loss to Morgan State on Saturday to get right back into action on Thursday night when they face the South Carolina State Bulldogs at BB&T Stadium at 7 p.m. Without further ado, our head coach, Mr. Sam Washington.
Hello, everyone. Tough one, very tough. Our first defeat, my first defeat as the head coach. First defeat at home in 11 tries, so a lot of firsts. However, I thought the kids played hard. They gave us what they had, but unfortunately, it was not enough. To give credit where credit is due, Morgan came in well prepared. If you guys remember, last week I said that was the best 0-3 team I had ever seen, and possibly the best in the country. And they proved just that. They did nothing to hurt themselves. We have a saying here: three phases of the game we must win. Stop the run. I don't think we did that. They rushed for 132 yards. Protect the football. We had 2 turnovers. They only had 1. And win the kicking game. They made 3 field goals, 151 yards long. So those were the deciding factors in my mind due to the outcome of the football game. But, you know, that one is behind us, and we're going to have to find a way to put that behind us, which is going to be very difficult. But that's something that is necessary so that we can move on. We have a very short week to prepare for a very capable South Carolina State football team, which always have been a nemesis or a thorn in our side. They give us their very best every time they show up. So we're not expecting anything less, and we're prepared just for that. This short week, we're going to have to put a lot of emphasis on a few things. Fundamentals and technique, I think, showed in the ball game as well. I think we can be a lot more fundamentally sound than we were. We missed tackles, we missed blocks, and we missed some opportunities that we generally do not miss. So that will be a big focus this week. And just basic technique, when to transition, when to use your hands, where are your eyes. So that'll be the focus this week. We'll get those things corrected, and look forward to beating South Carolina State. You know, I would love to stand here and say that, but that's not true. It ain't no way to lose in my mind, but it happened. And I think what we got to do is use it as a tool. You know, there's some things that we can do better. And you get accustomed to winning, and you can relax and get in a place where you shouldn't be. And so hopefully we use it as a learning tool and get better at what we do. Tough, but I think the biggest point I tried to drive home, we must stick together as a team. You know, during adverse times, all kind of criticism, all kind of conversations is going to come up and arise. And it's very crucial, very critical that we stick together as a unit. And I think they received that message. Well, I don't leave it to chance. I think it's something that needs to be addressed right off the top. So that's what we did. And how you move on is show them South Carolina State. So another very worthy team is coming, and they'll be here sooner than later. Thursday, you know, you get into a routine, you know, where you do this on Monday, this on Tuesday, and we're out of routine. But so are they. So we're still playing on an even playing field. Yes, it is. And there were some situations that I thought we could have done better with the timing. I thought got to give Morgan some credit. They did some things. They disguised some coverages, and then, you know, they generally was an attack team. And for some reason, they did not. They lined up and showed you this and dropped into that. And that posed a problem for us, and so, we must do a better job of making those adjustments when we recognize, those kind of things happening. It's gone. Yeah, the morning is over. That happened Saturday. We practiced yesterday, so yeah. Seriously, we had to put that. It's imperative. I mean, we got to put that behind us. Got to. That's a must. You know what? The energy became very good. I thought initially, we still were sulking a little bit, and then we brought them back together and we're like, listen, this is what must happen. And the energy, picked up just like that. And kids were flying around, they were focused, and we worked on a lot of fundamental stuff. That's first step, hands and eyes. And I think we'll benefit from that. Yes, absolutely. Well, honestly, I think it's he putting a lot of pressure on himself, and that's what I think it all stems from. He's trying to be perfect, and we don't need him to be perfect. We need him to do just what he does, and that's enough. And confidence is key for that position. You must have, confidence. And right now, with him putting all that weight on his shoulders, he have lost some confidence. Reynard had done everything we've asked of him. He's a very humble kid. He's a very bright kid, and he's a hard worker. He have done all the things right, in my opinion. He has done everything right. He need to quit putting all that pressure on himself and just play. Well, put the people in the proper gaps, from a coaching standpoint. I tell you what, a lot of teams would love to hold a team to 130 yards. It's just not acceptable around here. There was some missed gaps. We jumping gaps and just didn't play well. I think they're throwing in everyone's side. They give you an additional blocker for one that you generally don't count for. And the quarterback that can run the ball as well as a running back, then it becomes more of a threat because now one-on-one tackles, can become a problem. So that's the big issue with running quarterbacks. And I think that's universal. It's not just here. But they are a run-first team. They are a run team, and like everyone else in the country, a lot of RPOs give you the run-pass options. And the quarterback is very athletic and can run. So, with those RPO situations, that's going to be very challenging for us. But we'll be okay.